The past few months have been pretty crazy ever since Nintendo revealed their next mainline console would be a successor to the Nintendo Switch. This, of course, led to a massive flood of rumors and leaks within the Nintendo community, to the point where you can't even go on social media without seeing someone go insane just waiting to see the slightest hint at what this thing looked like and featured. And all this was at its craziest throughout the past week or so. To end all this madness, Nintendo pulled the Nintendo moved and dropped the trailer without any sort of heads up on January 16th, and I'm just going to say it right now, this trailer has got to have the most "here, take it, now go away" energy I've ever seen in my life. What I mean by that is this trailer just reveals elements and features about the console without any sort of real details or explanations, heck, not even hints about what we as consumers and fans should expect from these features. So screw it, I'm going to try and analyze as much details as I can before I can talk about the fun part of the trailer. First off, I kind of expected the design of the console to be similar to the original Switch, with an obvious difference being that the console would be bigger in size, and there would be a couple of improved features from the original, plus maybe even some unique things it could do that the Switch 1 can't. I really like the animation in the Switch 1 transitioning into a Nintendo Switch 2, so that's one plus. The kickstand for the handheld mode still looks pretty neat, the new outlets on the console look pretty interesting, and I do wonder what the button below the home button on the right Joy-Con does. Plus these two buttons on both ends of the SL and SR buttons. I do wish the outside of the Joy-Cons, which is what most people would see, was more colorful instead of the SL and SR buttons. But hey, at least they're bigger, and bigger is always better. Plus this animation of the Joy-Con sliding across the surface is interesting in terms of interpreting what new features this console possesses. I also like the Joy-Cons being attached to a magnet to the console rather than having to slide them in, which was a good gimmick for the time, but I think I'd much rather prefer this new method. Also, being able to play almost all of the original Nintendo Switch library on this thing was what I expected, similarly with how the Wii U operates Wii games and how the 3DS operates DS games. And I'm so glad it's here for people who want to get rid of their original Switch in order to make more room for their Switch 2. And that's about it for the Switch 2 teaser. Looking back, this showcase really does feel like Nintendo just wants to shut up all the leakers and fans so they can just move on with their lives already, and honestly, I really wish that there was a little more details on what some of the new buttons and features showcased here are. It can lead to interesting speculation and analysis, but all of them are just shown with no real explanation. Luckily, the console wasn't the only thing showcased, as alongside it, we got a preview of a brand new Mario Kart game, and if you watch my reaction to the presentation, you've probably seen...
What? No way! New Mario Kart! Finally! Let's go! Oh!
Yeah, I was pretty darn happy for a brand new entry in this series after playing the same game for 10 years, along with a couple of small appetizers here and there. And the fact that it's coming this year really feels like these 18 seconds of the video were really made for me. First off, 24 players. Ever since Mario Kart Wii had 12 racers on the track, races would most likely turn into chaos, especially if you're playing competitively, and Mario Kart 8 is no exception, especially online. So could you imagine double that amount?
Dinoco's all mine. Trouble, turn 3. Get through that, McQueen. Oh, a huge crash behind the...
I'm guessing if you were to try something like that for multiplayer, it would probably work with 6 consoles with 4 players on each screen, because I have a strong feeling that 8-player Mario Kart would not be a good idea, especially with split-screen multiplayer. I get that there are 8 players for games such as Smash Ultimate, but everyone playing that has a decent view of their characters during matches. If Mario Kart were to try an 8-player split screen, every screen would probably be way too small to see, thus making it hard and frustrating to play for everyone. In terms of characters, the ones I saw for myself in the trailer were who I expected to see for a first impression, so I went to the Super Mario Wiki to try and make sure I didn't miss anyone on my list of confirmed characters so far. So according to them, we got the following: Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, Toad, Princess Daisy, Rosalina, Donkey Kong, Wario, Koopa Troopa, Pauline, Waluigi, Toadette, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, Baby Daisy, Baby Rosalina, Bowser Jr., Lakitu, King Boo, Shy Guy, and Birdo. Some of these are based off frames from the trailer you could see clearly, while others are pretty blurry, and while they do resemble those said characters a little bit, I personally don't believe it until I clearly see it. But I wouldn't doubt that Nintendo would bring all these characters back, being their presence in recent Mario spin-off games and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe especially. I also really like the designs of them and their karts. I'm going to assume that the kart Mario is driving is the game's standard kart, and I really like the unique design they went for it this time. It feels like a breath of fresh air after it almost feels like we got the exact same design with minor differences for 2 entries in a row. Rosalina driving what seems to be a snowmobile themed vehicle looks interesting, and my favorite has to be Toad driving this kart that really looks like the monster from Famicom Grand Prix 2 3D Hot Rally. About time we get the actual vehicle into the Mario Kart series. As for the characters themselves, I can see that they're going for a more Super Mario Bros. Wonder-like aesthetic in which the characters look a lot more cartoony and expressive. Heck, Donkey Kong's design literally looks like it came right out of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which I have no doubt was a blueprint into making these characters so expressive and animated in the games as well. If this is the art direction that new Mario games are going to go down in the future, I'm all in for it without a doubt. When it comes to the racetrack that was shown, it looks like its name is Mario Bros. Circuit, but if I'm being honest, what about the track screams anything other than Radiator Springs from Cars? Lightning McQueen is a playable character? Just like that movie though, this track at least looks visually stunning for what it's going for. Plus I love a lot of the background details such as the sponsors and advertisements, the buildings such as the Fireflower gas station and Yoshi burger joint, and of course we can't ignore those mushroom-shaped buttes. However, if you do look closely in the final shot, you could see a yellow glowing object in the drive-thru of the burger joint. What could this item be? Could it be a Wonder Flower that changes up the gameplay of the course? Waiting to know more details about all this will be a pretty hectic time. Overall, while I am glad we know what the Switch 2 looks like, I can't help but feel underwhelmed by this teaser. I actually went back and rewatched the Nintendo Switch 1 teaser, and it's just so full of energy. The song in the background was great, the acting was spot on and showcased Nintendo's audience perfectly, the features showcased were displayed in ways where you can't fully understand what the console is capable of, and it showcased multiple games. A new Zelda, Splatoon, 3D Mario, and frickin' Skyrim on a Nintendo console were all presented right before our eyes. At the time, all these elements would have made me want to get the system the moment it hit store shelves. Here, it's just a new feature showcase without any sort of explanation or hint at what they do, and only one game was teased. As much as I love Mario Kart and I'm still super excited for this new entry, if it wasn't showcased, I probably wouldn't be sold on this thing as we speak. Hopefully the Direct on April 2nd will explain things more clearly and maybe showcase a few more Switch 2 exclusive games, but as of now, aside from trying to predict what the new Mario Kart has in store, I can't help but feel like this could have done way more. Oh well, at least it's not the PS5 Pro.
With cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese.
But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think this was a good reveal trailer? Are you excited for a new Mario Kart game after over a decade? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more detailed reviews and analysis on entertainment media, animation, gaming, and so much more. Keep calm and let life carry you on.